You're watching Bay Area Rocks. This is Gabby Lala.
You're watching Bay Area Rocks, and I have Gabby Lala, and it's her CD release party here at the Mystic Theater. Introduce yourself, and let's talk about your new CD.
All right. Hey, I'm Gabby Lala, and my new CD is called I Know You Know I Know. And it's released today, so it's a big day.
Yay! So how did you come up with the title?
I just like these funny sayings, like I know, you know, I know, you know, I know, you know, I know, you know. So I just, whenever I think of something like that, I hold on to it, and then I use it at the appropriate time, like today.
Cool. And so is that how you come up with your songs? Like when you're writing a song or something like that, is it something like you go out through the day and you go, oh, you know, I'm going to write a song about that? Because I know a lot of your songs are like really fun and very like different and eclectic. And I just was wondering how your songwriting came about with, you know, writing songs.
Well, when I'm writing, it usually just comes to me. I don't sit down with a concept or anything. I just say I'm walking my dog and I'm humming to myself, and I might run into someone and they say something funny to me, and I'll just hold on to that, or I'll see something interesting happen, or some graffiti on the, you know, people do the stencils on the ground on the sidewalk, so it could come from anywhere.
Cool. And you play a lot of different instruments. Let's talk about the instruments you play.
I play the sitar, the ukulele, and the accordion, and the theremin.
Sweet. So how did you decide to actually start playing the theremin? Because I know that instrument is like a different kind of instrument. I actually played in a band where we had a theremin.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. So how did you decide that you wanted to start playing the theremin?
I decided to play the theremin by accident because I was on tour with Les Claypool. I used to play in his band, and we were at the Orange Peel in Asheville, and the guys there who are like running the sound and tech people, they're like, oh wow, you play all this like interesting, unusual instruments. Like, have you ever played a theremin before? And I was like, no, I've never played it, but I'd really like to try it. And they're like, well, we could bring one and you could just play it in the show tonight. So I was like, sure, dude, I'll play it. And so they brought one down to the show, and I ordered one the next day.
Cool. And what instrument did you start playing first?
My first instrument was piano, and actually a toy piano. And I used to take it on the road with me and play shows, but it's like my original antique instrument, and I decided it was getting too banged up, so I leave it home now, but I still play it when I'm home.
And this is your second album, and your first album was on Prawn Song, is that correct? And can you tell me about the album, you know, that your first album, and what the concept was about and everything like that?
Sure. The first CD, Be Careful What You Wish For, ... was co-written and produced by Les Claypool, and we did it at his studio, Rancho Relaxo. And these were really my first songs that I ever wrote with the intention of, you know, putting myself out there as a solo artist. So, you know, he inspired me to do it because I'd always had in my mind like this vision, like maybe one day something would happen and I'd get to do what I'm doing today. And he really like backed me up and was like, dude, like, you sound great, like you should, you know, do this, like what else do you have to offer? Do you have songs? And I just said, yeah, I do, but I didn't really. And so then I went home and I wrote a bunch of songs, and that's what happened. It became that album.
So he actually pushed you to be more creative and come up with like a record. Mm-hmm. That's so awesome. Yeah. And who is in your band right now?
I have Ananta. She's playing electric violin through like amazing synth patches, and she's super talented. We just started playing together recently, so I think this is like our second full band show. We've done a couple small ones, like duo or trios. And then I have Josh Fosgreen on bass, and he is also like amazing talent and just like virtuoso and awesome, and the tallest person that I know. You'll see later in the show. And then I have Zach Morris, and he's playing drums, and we've been playing together for probably 3 years now, and he's one of my dear friends, and we both went to Cal Arts. So we did not go at the same time, but we have that Cal Arts connection too. So.
That's sweet. What festivals have you played?
I've played a lot of festivals, Bonnaroo and High Sierra. Played on Jam Cruise. I played All Good Festival and I don't know, tons. Floyd Fest in West Virginia. That was really cool, like out in the middle of nowhere, but beautiful. And recently I played the Life is Good Festival in Boston. It was really fun.
And which was your favorite so far?
So far was Bonnaroo, and that was like one of my first big shows that I did when my first CD came out. And I remember getting there, and I was playing like this big tent, and it was the last show of the first night, and so it was the only thing going on. So everyone who was at Bonnaroo was there. It was like a sea of people as far as you could see, and Les was just like, "This could make you or break you. All right, good luck."
No pressure.
Yeah, and I was like, "Thanks, man." But it was really awesome and really like fueled my fire of what I want to do in the future. So
yeah, I see you put a lot of like color and art into your performance and everything like that. What inspired you to actually to start using art in there, or have you always been like an artist also? Or
yeah, I always have like a visual side to everything that I do, and it's very important to have like that full artistic expression. For me it is. And so like even when I'm writing the song, I'm thinking like, oh, like what could the video be like, even though this is my first video coming out. But I think about these things and like what would be the best costume, or like I made this. Awesome. And so I'm always like, if I'm not writing a song, I'm gluing some flowers together, or I'm making a necklace, or I'm, you know, coming up with this plan for the next project. So
let's talk about your new video. What song are you doing the video for, and where did you do the video?
Okay. The song that the video is for is called Alarm Clock, and it's the first song on the new album. And we shot it at Les Claypool's house, not in his house, but on his property. Beautiful, like foresty, misty. We had a rainy day. It was like raining nonstop for days, and I was just like, please let this like stop so I can shoot my video, because it was like a really small time frame and it worked for everyone. So it all came together, and we got to do some like really magical stuff. My sister's in it, and Zach's in it. So sweet. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Occidental, I believe, is one of the most magical places ever. So that's really cool that you're having your video. When is that going to debut?
It's debuting tonight at the show. Yeah.
We get to watch it. That's so awesome. So you have special guests that are also playing with you. Who's playing with you on stage tonight?
I have lots of special guests. My dear friends who have supported me like throughout my journey so far, and they're all coming tonight to play. Les is going to come play, of course, bass, and I have Jay Lane. He's going to play drums for a couple songs. And my new friend, Jane Weedlin from the Go-Go's, she's going to come and sing on a couple songs. And we actually met on the set of this movie. It's really crazy, doggy boogie, like family film. And that's coming out this year, too. And also Boots Riley from The Coup is going to come and rap. So it'll be really, really eclectic. And I have like even more people, Bernadette and Pamela Parker, San Francisco, like women musicians. Awesome. So
cool. And then you played a secret show in San Francisco, just like, what was it, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day. How did that go?
It was fabulous, because I was, working towards a record release party is like, I put a lot of, importance into it, and I'm like, oh, well, I really wanted to be right, and we've been rehearsing, but I wanted to have like a warm-up show. And Valentine's Day, I had thought of doing the release party on Valentine's Day, but I was like, oh, it's a Monday, and maybe it's not right, and too much rushing, and then so it just worked out to do a little secret warm-up, and we did it with Eric McFadden headlined, and it was awesome. So
Oh, that's really cool. I heard that you also worked with Macy Gray. How was that experience? And tell me about that.
Okay, she's really tall, and I just remember going there because I don't know, when you see people like on TV or you see photos of them, it's hard to gauge like what they're really like in person. You go in there and she's this like just really big presence and like her raspy voice, and she's just like a cool like super sweet lady. And I played sitar on a song that she was doing, and it was in that Spider-Man soundtrack.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it was cool, but you only hear me at the end. It goes like the sitar.
Nice. That's great. And you've also worked with P-Funk. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've mostly just sat in a bunch of times and played sitar with them. So like in New Orleans, in LA, and here in the Bay Area. So.
And then also Snoop Dogg. Can you tell me experience about the television where you were on? Was it Letterman or
Jay Leno?
Jay Leno. Okay.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, and I was in this band Weapon of Choice, and they hired Snoop Dogg hired Weapon of Choice to be his like backup band for this performance. So we learned like his song SNOOPDOJZ, and so we learned that. I played sitar, this cool part, and sang backup vocals, and they came pick us up in the limo, and you had to get there really. It's like in the morning when you shoot that kind of stuff. So it was just fun, and we got to hang out with him on his tour bus, and he was really nice and came up. Like introduced himself to everyone in the band, and it's very cool.
What festivals would you like to play that you haven't already?
That I haven't played already? I would like to play the Treasure Island Music Festival and like Outside Lands, like these local awesome festivals that are starting up, and so.
Cool. And what would you say the future has to hold for Gabby Lala?
I hope many more albums. I'm also working on a kids TV show right now, so I'm trying to shop that in this next year. So I hope that you'll see me on TV doing like amazing multicultural programming for kids. Yeah.
And what musicians or what bands would you like to share the stage with that you haven't already?
Number one is Coco Rosie. I love them so much, and so that would be awesome. Yeah.
Well, I'll let you get ready for your CD release party tonight. We're all excited to see you play. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
You're watching Bay Area Rocks.